Hi everybody, Patty Cesarini, and I am here with Coach Kampe after him, his staff, and his team were crowned Horizon League champions. Coach, you're going dancing. How you feeling?
I got 2 fake knees and 2 fake hips, but I'm going to see what I can do out there, man, I tell you.
When you look back at the beginning of the season and how this was a huge goal for you guys, how rewarding is it? I mean, it was 13 years since you've been to the NCAA tournament.
Well, you know, people keep bringing that up, and it's the truth, so I got to deal with it. But I think of all the young men that I've coached that didn't get to play in this thing, and, you know, I had 3 NBA players that didn't get to play in it. And it's so hard to get there, and I'm just so happy for these young men. I'm happy that Trey Townsend, I'm happy that Chris Conway, I'm happy that Blake Lampman are playing in the NCAA tournament. It's arguably the greatest sporting event in the world. You know, you got the World Cup, you got the Super Bowl, and you've got the NCAA tournament. So one of those 3, and my guys are playing in it. And they're all the rest of their life, they're going to get to talk about it. And the week that leads up to it, one of the cool things about the Horizon League is that we play it early. So we get this whole week where we're in it, and they're going to get interviewed and talked about. Their life's going to change for a week. Where some of those teams that don't get in until Saturday, well, you know, they get 1 or 2 days. We get a week of it. So it's really, I'm so happy for those guys.
And you shared some very emotional moments with those guys too. I know you had Trey and Blake, both of them, you're hugging them both at the same time. I mean, what are you saying? What are you sharing with those guys?
Yeah, that's some really, really good private thoughts and the memories of what we went through. I mean, those 2 guys were at the championship game 3 years ago, and they were on the other side of it. They watched Cleveland State, the confetti come down. They watched Cleveland State cut the nets down, and they're in the locker room crying. And now 3 years later, they got back in the situation, and when all hell broke loose with 3 or 4 minutes to go in the game, they seized the moment and said, no, we're winning this thing. And if you look at both those games, the Cleveland State semifinal and the Milwaukee final, we dominated the last 3 minutes of both those games. And that's what champions do. And you don't just become a champion, you have to go through the heartbreak. And they've been through that heartbreak. And so that's what makes it even better. So in those hugging moments, you know, you talk about that, and I'm just so happy for them.
And you look back fondly. At that point, a couple of years ago, it was sad tears, and in this year and in that moment, they were all happy tears. But take me through, you know, the final minutes of that game. Little chaos going on. You knew that they were going to foul. You had to make free throws, and then as you're dribbling out that clock, and you know that it's yours.
Yeah, I just look for Smitty to hug him. You know, my boy Smitty, you know, he was here when we went to the first one in 2005, and then he went out into the real world. Now he's back helping me again, and he's been just a tremendous assistant coach. But I don't look at him that way. I look at him as an equal. He's just been right there with us. So I had to hug Smitty because he deserved it. When B.J. Freeman's 3-point shot that tied it hit the side of the rim, went up in the air, hit the backboard, and came down and still went in, I thought to myself, oh no, we're not going to go through another one of these. And
you didn't.
No, we didn't. The toughness of our team, we won a lot of close games this year, but one of the reasons we did is because we make free throws.
Yep.
You know, that's been a pillar of our program for years. We talk and we talk about the importance of free throw shooting, and our kids took it seriously. They worked all year, and we became a great free throw shooting team. I think we made 10 out of 11, and the one we missed, the game, you know, it didn't. We already had it as a 3-possession game, and it didn't make it a 4-possession. So it wasn't that big of a deal that we missed that one.
And you went for the gold, you grabbed the gold, and now we have Selection Sunday coming up. We have a watch party here, Selection Sunday party. You know, how do we get people to come in here and then give you guys one last hurrah before we send you off?
Well, I'd like everybody to come out to it if they can. But kids are going to be on the floor. We're going to open at 5 o'clock. They'll be on the floor. They'll take any picture you want. Trey Townsend will sign anything you want him to sign. You know, they'll be out on that floor, and this is their moment. And so come share their moment with them, huh? It's something that for them, they want. You know, you're not getting in anybody's way. Come get down on the floor with us. let's get pictures. Let's enjoy this because it's hard to get there, and those kids earn every moment that they get.
Coach, the last question I got for you, and this might be one of the most important questions that I've ever asked you. Can you give us your best dance move? You guys are going dancing.
I don't know if these legs can still do it, but you know, back in my day in the 70s, we had disco.
Ooh, yeah, I like it, Kampe, I like it.
Do they still do
Absolutely.
that? Probably not.
A little Saturday Night Fever? I don't think
Yeah,
so. I
nah,
don't think
no,
they hit you
probably
with that, but you know what? I like it. I'm here for it, and I like it. Well, good luck, Coach. We wish you the best of luck moving forward. And
Hey, we're not done.
yeah, I know.
We're not done. This
No.
team's good. You know, we've had a great year. We're good enough to win games in this tournament. So it isn't going to be easy, but nothing has been. And we won't be the favorite, but we have a chance.
And your team's ready for it.
Yes, we are.